Hi, everyone.
Hi, doctor. How you doing?
Very good, Gabby. Very good, Gabby. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I wanted to do this because I was thinking that the patient should see the patient perspective. So we're gonna have like questions and answers about your process.
Okay.
So I feel we don't have any scripts. Nothing is
Okay.
well. It's prepared live, but it's not like a script like questions and answers. We're gonna have like a friends conversation, and
Okay.
this conversation is gonna be hope it becomes useful for a lot of patients, and patients of course can feel free to ask any questions at any time in the conversation. We might stop our conversation, we might go to the questions, and then we can make that we can answer for the patients. Okay,
Okay.
so well, first I hope you're having great holidays. You're a workaholic woman, a
Yes.
very hard working woman, and you've been my patient for two times. The
Yes.
first time I did a sleeve, the second time I did a CDS, and we're gonna talk about the process and a little bit about whatever about Christmas or any topic. It ain't no problem. All right?
Okay. Sorry about my
No,
baby
don't,
boy.
no,
Yeah.
don't. This is not a problem. As I told you, this is just to share your experience and from the perspective of a patient. What did you do wrong? What did you do bad? Stuff like that. So we're gonna go slowly and steady, and until we
Perfect.
make this conversation very useful for you and very useful for the patients. All right?
Sorry. Okay, doctor. Yes.
Okay,
I'm ready.
Gabby. So can you tell us how old are you, please?
I'm 33 years old.
You are 33. Where are you from?
I'm from Venezuela.
You are from Venezuela. So
Yes, Venezuela.
where do you live? You
I'm
don't live in.
sorry.
Where do you live?
No, I live in Richmond, Virginia.
Richmond. For how long have you been living in Richmond, Virginia?
22 years.
22 years.
Yes.
So and
22 years. Yes.
you were practically a girl. So uh, what happened? Tell me a little bit about your family. In your family, there is like a medical background, overweighted people, or do you think that being in the United States, the quality of the food, the rushing times, and everything,
Yes.
the patient's more susceptible to gain a lot of weight. So, how was the process of adapting to a new country for you?
Yes. Well, I think for me it's a 50-50. Mostly like my family was overweight. Yeah, from my dad's side,
Mhm.
all of them, yeah, we're mostly overweight. So I think that was a major thing in my process. And actually, yes, when I came to the United States, I wasn't overweight. I was only 13 years old. But I think the rush and when you grow up, like your body changes. So I
Yeah.
think when I got married, I got pregnant, and with the first pregnancy, that's when everything changed for me because I ate a lot because the baby wanted to eat a lot.
Okay.
And that's when I think I lost myself.
I understand.
Yes.
When a person, the problem with pregnancy is as the patient is needing some food, the patient becomes with a lot of cravings. Usually, the cravings are not from a healthy food. So, for the patients that are planning to be pregnant or not, being careful on the cravings because the cravings can make the patients to gain a lot of weight and it's going to be very hard to lose them in post delivery. But that's not the topic. So but that's important topic, and I can go deep in the comments if a patient have any questions about this.
Yes, definitely.
When did the weight become a problem for you?
After the pregnancy, I thought I was going to lose the weight because I've never been skinny. Skinny,
Yeah.
like I have big bones. That's
Yeah.
what, I have big bones. I'm tall, I'm 5'7".
Yeah.
So after the pregnancy, I think that's when I gained most of my weight. My weight, I think my highest weight was 357.
357. That
Yes,
was
and I was only 24 4 years old. So can
24.
you imagine? Yeah.
Which was your weight before the pregnancy?
My weight has always been in the 190s to 10s. It goes,
190 to 10. So you do
yeah,
life 190 to 10, which you should be around 30, 32 BMI.
yeah.
Okay, and after the pregnancy, when did you get the first pregnancy?
Uh, 2015 was my first pregnancy.
15. And
Yes.
how much weight did you gain with the first pregnancy?
I like 120 pounds.
In just one pregnancy?
Just one pregnancy, it looked up like I had twins. A lot of people
Really?
ask me, "Do you have twins?" I'm like, "No, it's only one." But my cravings were not sweets. My cravings were not, bad stuff. It was mostly food, like real
Food.
food. Yeah,
A lot of food.
like
And
yes.
did you have any pregnancy associated diseases, gestational
Thankfully,
diabetes or hypertension? Nothing.
nothing of no, none of that.
Okay, so after the pregnancy, after the delivery, which was your lowest weight?
My lowest. No, I think I never had a lowest. I was always, gaining and gaining and gaining.
Yeah, and
Gaining weight.
but after the delivery, the patient loses a few pounds, maybe 20, 10, 20 or something like that, right?
I remember losing only like 15 pounds.
And
So let's say I was 190 before I got pregnant, plus 120. That's like,
310,
yeah,
320.
yeah.
After the pregnancy, you
And
never lost it. Did you have how many pregnancies have you had?
I have had 3 pregnancies.
Three pregnancies. Which
Yes,
was when was the last pregnancy?
2022.
2022. It was this third pregnancy was after the first weight loss surgery, right?
Yes, after the first.
Okay.
Yes, because I in 2019 is when I decided with my friend that we needed to do something. If not, we were gonna lose our lives. It was
Okay.
serious. It was a serious case.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me something, Gabby. Which was your highest weight before the surgery?
My highest weight 357.
357.
Yes.
Well, how was your life at 357? I mean, I know it's not comfortable because you have a lot of things, mobility. No, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Mobility, mobility is not, is not easy. You cannot move free. You cannot exercise like a normal person. So
Yeah.
how was your sleep? How was your stress? How was your work? How was personal relationships, activity with the kids? Because the kids has a lot of energy. Can you tell us
Yeah.
in a little bit what were you going through all this? If you had any, like for example, any mental issues, because overweighted people without the possibility of moving, they got issues with anxiety, depression, food addiction. Can you tell us a little bit before you
Yeah.
decision to get into the surgery, because this is very important, because
Yeah,
this
of course.
make a huge decision for yourself. Can you please tell us a little bit about it?
Yes. My weight affected me a lot on my lower back.
Okay.
Couldn't exercise as much. I used to go to the gym, but not as I did when I was, before the pregnancy or the pregnancies. The activities with the kids, with my daughter, were not as active because I couldn't do a lot because of
Okay.
the weight. I suffered from depression, yes, because every time I went to get clothes,
Uh-huh.
they didn't fit. I didn't feel comfortable. I didn't look good. So those things added to my depression and to my anxiety. And I think what I did is that food was my to go, like my safe place.
Yeah, yeah, like runaway. So you run away
Yeah,
to,
my runaway, my happy place.
you found in the food moments of happiness, moments of feeling good with this with this
Perfect.
with this activity, right?
Yeah.
Is this is pretty common, and this becomes like a vicious circle. You feel bad, so you eat more bad quality food, and you gain at a non-stop, and it
Yeah.
can become really, really bad. So how do you know about us? How do you make a decision about coming to Mexico? Please tell
Yeah.
us that story, which is very important. Okay.
Yes, it is. Well, a friend of mine, I saw She struggled with obesity as well.
Mhm.
And I saw a picture of her. I've known her. She went to school with me. And I knew she was a little bit overweight, not as bad as I was, because I think one of my case was very bad.
Mhm.
But I saw a picture of her. She looked slimmed nicely, her thin face. And I was like, what are you doing? I texted her. I was like, hey, how you doing? What are you doing? You're looking amazing. So she gave me your information, and I was like, wow, I'm gonna get in contact with him. But before getting in contact with you, I talked to my friend that went through the same thing, which is my best friend. We were both overweight. She suffered from high blood pressure, and I was suffering from the pain on my lower back, my legs. When you have that pain in the back, it goes all the way to the legs, and it's hard for you to move.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
she gave me your contact information, and that's when I contacted you. And we were just like, I don't know, it was just a connection with you, and I decided to go. I talked to my husband before. It was
Mhm.
risky because he was out of the country. A lot of people were worried. A lot of people were telling me, no, no, do it here, do it here. I was like, no, because here it's a lot
Uh-huh.
of money, you know?
Yeah, yeah. It's one of the main
Yes.
reasons that a lot of patients still come to Mexico, even though there are some places that are a little bit cheaper. It's still a huge difference. It's at least
Yeah.
two times the price that is in Mexico. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was one of the major reasons as well, because we wanted to save
Mhm.
our lives and save money as well.
Yeah,
So
it's not
that
easy. It's not easy.
that's how I ended up in Tijuana, which was the best decision of my life.
Wow,
Of
fantastic.
my life. Trust me.
And the first surgery we did on you was a gastric sleeve, right?
Yes, sir.
Tell us what happened. With experience in Tijuana, what happened when you came? You fly
Mhm.
to San Diego International Airport. We picked up you there. We brought you to Mexico. We did the surgery. Can you tell us your experience about when you
Yes.
surgery,
So we
and a
when
little
we
bit
have
a little bit
yes,
about what happens after, how the recovery was, and stuff like that, please?
yes. So after we landed in San Diego, your team picked us up, which it was amazing. The driver was very friendly, very communicative, like um, talkative with us. Very friendly with us, nicely educated. And the day of the surgery, I was not nervous. I was ready to change my life. I was ready. I knew that it needed to be done. So I wasn't nervous, but I wanted my mom after the surgery, like
Yeah.
every girl does, I think. Yes, but it was very nice. I didn't have a lot of pain.
Mhm.
The first 2 days, it was, I think, the worst.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't a lot of pain. It was just little discomfort in the stomach. It was not pain.
Okay.
I didn't have any reflux. I didn't have any um gases. Gases,
Gas
como
pain, yeah.
gases, yeah.
Gas pain in the shoulders and
Yeah.
all the way
Mm,
back. Yeah.
The only thing that I think it hurt a little bit is the little tooth or the
Yeah.
little
Leak test. We do a leak test. So you drink a dye and we take an X-ray, and that's nasty. But we're gonna see how it looks and how the liquids go down all the way your esophagus and your stomach, and we say
yeah.
that you don't have any obstructions or anything. That's nasty actually, but
Yes, I think that was the mostly it. And then I followed the diet that you give your patients.
Mhm.
But for me, after 3 months, I got pregnant with the second baby,
You got pregnant
and it was too
after
soon.
the sleeve.
After this leave, I lost in those 3 months. I lost about 75 pounds, and I got pregnant.
You got pregnant. So you went about 300 pounds after the sleeve,
Let
and then you got pregnant.
Yes, because with the diet prior to the procedure, I
Mhm.
was 319 when I went to San Diego.
Oh, 319. How much weight did you lose with the pre-op diet?
Yeah, like 50, 50,
15. Wow,
like
fantastic.
50 pounds, the pre-op. Uh-huh.
Which was your weight when you got pregnant?
I cannot remember that right now, but I know that I lost 75 pounds before.
75 pounds. I always tell this to the patients. So after, so remember, I want to get pregnant though. Okay, you can get pregnant
Yeah,
anytime. So it's not recommended to get pregnant the first 18 or 24 months. So I tell the patient, you gotta be very, very careful because because after the surgery, love is in the air. I'm sorry for the noises.
that's okay.
Air and fertility too. So you gotta be very careful because you're in a huge process, and that process can be interrupted with a pregnancy. Because with the
Correct.
pregnancy, the patient doesn't lose any weight, the patient start regaining weight. The patient got to be very committed in this case, so the patient can continue losing weight. So I have a few patients that can still lose some weight after the pregnancy, but this is not common. And remember,
Mhm.
you need nutrients for your baby, so you got to be eating a little bit more. Usually not the best quality food, so that's why you got to pay a lot of attention in not to get pregnant after. All right,
Yes.
it happened, and you have a beautiful. It was a boy. It was a girl.
It was a boy, but then, the sad part is that I lost the baby at 38 weeks. And then, life happens.
Yeah, yeah,
After
yeah.
that, I lost the weight that I gained during the pregnancy. And then my husband was like, let's try for another baby.
Hmm.
That's when I told him, I made a deal with him, and I was like, okay, let's do it. But if I don't lose the weight, I'm going back to my doctor in Tijuana. And he was like, deal. I was like, okay, let's do it then.
So
So we had a beautiful baby boy, which was here a little while ago, and he's 3 now. But
mhm.
when I went back in 2023, that's when I saw you last. Cannot remember. It was,
The surgery.
yeah, the second one.
The second one was a SADS.
Yes. But
A
when was
SADS
it? I think 2023. I think,
2023, about 2 years ago. Yes.
yeah, about 2 years ago. And I think that was one of the best decisions ever as well, because
So
he helped me a lot.
okay, let me ask you this. So you got the sleeve. You were doing fantastic, 75 pounds. Then you got pregnant. Then
Mhm.
unfortunately you lose a baby at 38 weeks of pregnancy, almost at the delivery. And then
Yeah.
uh, and then you got pregnant again.
Yeah.
Which was your weight after the last pregnancy?
My weight, so I was like 250, and then I gained 80 pounds on the third pregnancy.
So you went to 330 ish with the
Yeah.
third pregnancy. And after the delivery, which was your weight?
I lost about 25 pounds. That was all.
55 pounds. So in for the second surgery, which was your weight?
My goodness, I cannot
About
remember.
80 to 90 ish, maybe, right?
Yes, maybe, yeah, because I was almost on the 300s.
And close
I
to
was
the
almost on
300.
the, yeah, close to the 300s.
Okay, so, but you must say, how was your commitment, your discipline between the first and the second surgery? Can you tell us a little bit about, for example, because it's very important in the
Correct.
process to have a good follow up, taking all the vitamins, all the supplements, but it's much more important. The most important supplement after the weight loss surgery, in my opinion, is food. All right, and the supplements are additionals to the food itself, because the food contains a lot of nutrients too, so that is
Correct.
very, very important. So uh, what did you do? What do you think you did wrong in the between the
Um,
first and the second surgery? What would you do different? What would you recommend to the patients that are going to be watching this live, and they can use it for their own process so they can be successful and don't go into a lot of troubles?
yes. So on the first surgery, I did a lot of things wrong, because you think you're gonna have that small, stomach forever. So I
Mhm.
used to drink a lot of soda, which is not recommended, because that, helps your stomach stretch because of
Yeah.
all the gases. So
Yeah.
that was one of the wrong things that I did. I also didn't drink my vitamins as I should on the
Mhm.
first one. And I used to eat a lot of desserts, a lot of sweets. I'm a sweet tooth.
Sweet eater. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I love desserts. I love to be picking.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that has changed. I'm not saying that I'm perfect. I occasionally eat them, but not as much as I did on the first one.
Mm-hmm.
So I think those changes helped me maintain the weight on the second surgery. I think
Okay.
that it changed my mind. No sodas. I haven't had any sodas for it's almost 2026, so almost for 3 years.
Wow.
And like
That's
I said, yeah, no sodas, no sparkling water, no none of that.
none of that. Okay. That's
Yeah.
fantastic.
So that's
Fantastic.
something that you gotta have in mind
Mm-hmm.
when you make a decision this big. You gotta change your mind. You gotta eat your protein. That's what I do.
Mm-hmm.
And that I eat, a lot of protein, a lot of chicken, a lot of steak. And I'm not saying I left carbs, but I eat a little bit of rice, just a tiny, because
Yeah,
I get
fine.
full very easily.
Yeah, and during the process where you're losing the weight, where you're trying to reach your goal that you wanna, I wanna go to 130, 140, whichever your goal weight is. That's to reach that goal is when you need to cut them to zero. After that, you can add them, but always associated to here and there to good protein, to good
Perfect.
vegetables, to good fruit, plenty of water. But that is the key. And
Correct.
and I must say that you gotta put all the things together. It's not
Yes.
just food. It's also the sleep pattern. Can you tell us how was your quality of your sleep between the
Oh,
first and the second surgery, please?
yes. So the first one, it was good after I lost the weight. It was
Hmm.
because I didn't, when I was overweighted, I couldn't sleep a lot because of the back pain. And then
Hmm.
my husband, he was always telling me, "Oh, you're snoring a lot,"
Yeah.
because I couldn't. I don't know. Maybe the air didn't go through normally. But
Hmm.
after I had the first surgery, I was sleeping so much better. He said, "Oh, you're not snoring. You're not making this noises like you're not,
Yeah,
like
you're not
when
breathing
it's
like.
hard to breathe." Correct.
Yeah, yeah, I understand.
Yeah. So that changes as well.
Okay,
The
so
energy, the first month, the energy is like on and off. But after your body gets adjusted, it's very good. If you keep, your high protein, if you reach your goal during the day with liquid or chicken or whatever the protein you
oh,
like.
yeah,
Hmm.
whatever the protein intake you decide, it's mandatory. So we need between zero point 0.8 to 2.5, depending on your activity. If you do a strong physical activity, those are the needings from a patient. And how come we decided to do a SATI? Do you remember the second consultation and stuff like that?
Yes, I remember some of it when I
Oh,
called you, and I was like, remember I called you about 4 months after what happened, and you said, please get better, let your body heal, and then we can talk.
yeah,
So after the year, I talked to you because I couldn't lose any weight. I was doing, trying to do what I did with the protein, with exercising. I went to Zumba. I did cardio. I was always busy at the gym trying to do activities with my kids,
yeah.
well, with my daughter, and that wasn't helping. So that's when I told my husband I'm going to talk to the doctor again and see what's another option. Like not a gastric sleeve, not a, and that's when you recommended when the one that you did, which was Sally's, please.
CDS, CDS,
Yeah,
yeah, CDS
they
is a
did.
gastric sleeve, and a mini bypass. Is the easy way to explain it. It has a lot of more things. It's included within the surgeries that are called ileal surgeries. So the idea of these surgeries is keep the sleeve or the restriction and add a metabolic change in the last portion of the small intestine. You know, the GLP-1 analogs are everywhere. So this surgery stimulates the portion of the intestine where this compound is produced. So without you getting the medication, you're getting all the benefits because you are naturally producing this compound.
Wow.
Gabi, what happened after ADS? Tell us which is your weight now? How much weight have you lost? How are you
Yeah.
sleeping? How are you exercising? How are you stressed?
Yes. So I am currently at 185. So from close to
185.
300, I'm currently at 185, and I sleep so much better. I have a lot of energy. I work a lot. Like you said, I love to work, and I'm capable of moving, of walking, of walking fast. So if I need something fast, I can do it faster. And that's
Yeah.
something positive for me because I couldn't do it for so long until I
Okay.
found you. And,
So basically, you're at your at your adult weight before the first pregnancy, which is fantastic, which is great. Congratulations. And
thank you.
let me ask you this: can you tell us a little bit how is a normal day for you in regards to the food? What would you recommend? So, for example, in breakfast, what time do you get up? What do you do on a daily basis? Because you work a lot. You're a workaholic and you work all the time. By the way, you own a restaurant, as far as I know,
Yes, I did. I do.
on the food field. Can you tell us how is a day with you if you're able to do physical activity? How is the quality of a sleep? The supplements are that you are taking, and after this, we can move forward. And between you and me, check the comments of the people that is watching us,
Yes, definitely.
and we can discuss whichever question the patient may have. Okay.
Yeah, so a day in my life is mostly I wake up like around 6:30 or 7 a.m. I make breakfast. I mostly eat eggs in the morning because that's the easiest way. You gotta go fast. I take my daughter to school, then I go to work. I like you said, I own a restaurant, and I try to eat mostly protein. If I'm
Yeah.
hungry, I try to eat mostly protein. I get hungry every 2 hours or every 2 hours and a half. That's another thing.
Yeah.
So
And
I try to,
it is recommended is to eat around every 3 hours. I always tell this to the patient. The problem is not to be hungry. The problem is what you eat when you get hungry. So
correct.
it's recommended you get hungry every two hours and a half. Okay, eat every 3 hours, and that's gonna be fine. The more fat, the more protein you eat, the longer periods of no hungry that you're gonna have.
Yeah,
So it's recommended in order that these periods last for a little bit long. Make sure to get the protein. Make sure to get the fat
yeah,
to keep the body full for a longer period of time. So what I will tell you.
yeah.
Why don't you get done with the eggs already so you can have eggs for the rest of your life? Eggs, by the way, is one of the best meals ever.
Yeah. My proteins are eggs, are pork belly. I love
Well,
pork belly, yes. A lot of chicken, a lot of steak, and I eat a lot of avocado. Now I'm trying not to eat a lot of rice. I'm a rice lover. I
yeah,
think that's gonna be forever.
I
But
understand.
I try not to eat it as much as I did because I wasn't perfect the first one, but I'm trying my best on
Yeah.
this one.
And what about how many hours do you sleep a night?
I sleep 8 hours.
8 hours.
Yes.
Problems with sleeping? Are you taking any sleeping pill or something like that?
No, I don't, but I take my multivitamins, and I also have a lot of collagen or
Collagen?
collagen. Yeah,
Collagen?
collagen gummies, which are
Yeah.
not very recommended. I know gummies are not, but they're easier for me because I know those pills are very
The
big.
pills are
So
big.
that's
Yeah.
something that I struggle with. But the
Oh,
multivitamins, I take them. Those are pills. They're not as big. So I try to drink a lot of water
Yeah.
during the day. So it helps
What
me.
about snoring? Do you still snore, or do you not snore
I
anymore?
don't, not anymore. Not
Okay.
anymore. I sleep good. I feel amazing. I feel
But
amazing. The way I look mentally, it has helped me improve a lot. Physically, I'm a size 6 on pants. I used to be 18W or almost 20W. So as
wow.
you can imagine, it's not an easy process. That's something that I'm gonna tell you. You gotta put your mind, your heart into it. And when you make the decision, you gotta go forward. Like you're gonna have bad days. Like I said, I'm not perfect. But then the next day I get up and I say to myself, I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna be better. For me, for myself, for my mental health, because that's a key.
Yeah,
That
every day is a new opportunity, every day
Yeah,
is a new opportunity. I didn't do right, so you cannot be regretting for the day yesterday or 2 days ago that you didn't do good. Every time you go to the table, there's a new opportunity to eat better.
correct.
So one
Especially during
last,
the holidays.
yes. Well, holidays has a lot of healthy food. I think the holidays, if the problem is to eat a lot in holidays, if you eat good quality food, it shouldn't be a problem. But if you go with the cupcakes and the rice and the carbs, then it can be a
Yeah,
mess. But you gotta be very careful. So
yeah. Gotta be careful with that.
then it can take you back where you started. Even though obesity has no solution. Obesity has no cure. Obesity, it can be treated. You can have it under control, but it's not the final solution to get. So what you do on a daily basis, those are the results that you're going to have in the long run, in 10,
Correct.
20, 40 years. So that is my idea. And I always tell this to the patient. I know it's hard. I know it's a huge struggle, but it's very important to know this and to do this in a daily basis. Once you get adapted to a new life, then you can get your treats and you
Yeah.
can, and that's a way recommended. There are several metabolic treats that you can follow. For example, you get a cupcake, you get a piece of cake in the afternoon. Do in a fasting for the next day, for example, that can overcome
Hmm.
the problem. So things like this, that can be very helpful for all of you. Last two questions, and then we move to the comments because we have several comments. So you're
Okay.
gonna give
Okay.
a doctor's opinion, then you're gonna give your opinion about it. Okay.
Okay.
So exercise now and stress management. What can you tell me about what you do with exercise, of the kind of activities that you're doing, or what's the effort, or if you don't do them the way you wanted, why you're not doing, what would you recommend so that people can get to this? And what do you do with the stress? How do you deal with stress? Because the stress itself can mess any process up. The stress produces a lot a lot of cortisol, and cortisol melts the muscle and builds fat. So those two questions, and then we can move to the comments. Okay.
Okay. As of right now, I'm not doing a lot of exercise because I recently had skin removal surgery. They've removed
Yes.
19 pounds of loose skin. So as of right
Wow.
now, I'm not doing any exercise. But in my work, I walk about 8,000 steps during the day.
Uh
So I
huh.
call that my exercise. Yes. So, and the other question is mostly when I get stressed, I don't go to food anymore. I try to do something else. I try to listen to music. I try to take a break, drink a lot of water. Um, but like you said, yes, that could cause you to go back to where you started. That could
Yeah.
cause you to eat a lot, especially if you are like an emotional eater, like I was, you know,
Yes.
like like I was.
And
But
we
as
have a
of right now, I'm trying to stay as busy as I can,
yes.
not to think about. I don't have a free, I don't want a free time to think about what can I eat or
Yes.
how can I eat it.
We're
I
gonna
mean,
change.
there are days that I do eat it, but like you said, The next day, I try to be better. I do a lot of the fasting as
Yes.
well. That has helped me as well to maintain, yes,
Yeah,
my
on this talking about stress, I recommend meditation. Magnesium is fantastic. Ashwagandha. There are a lot of supplements that help you with stress, and stress causes a lot of inflammation itself. So anti-inflammatory supplements can be fantastic for the patients. It includes omega-3. It includes probiotics are anti-stress. So having all these supplements additional to proper sleep, additional to some sort of meditation, breathing, there are some short techniques that help you to decrease the these stress levels and be aware that this can be a problem. All together are going to give you the possibility.
Mhm.
I always tell this: the Splendid Four is just eat good, sleep good, build muscle, and stress control. If you're able to do those, let's don't say 100% because it's almost impossible. But if you do it above 80%, it can be enough for you to lose all the weight that you want to lose and keep it off
For
10
a
years.
long period of time. Yeah.
Remember that the surgery is not the final solution. It's just a tool, a very,
Yeah.
very important tool, but it's not the final solution.
No, it's
So
not the final solution. It's gonna help you, but you gotta do your. It's like a 50-50.
yeah,
The yeah.
50. Okay, so Gabby, I want to thank you very much for being talking to me. Let's go for some comments,
Yeah.
and
No,
we're gonna
thank
do.
you for having me, doctor.
Not a problem, not a problem. So Jamie, Jason asking if you get the skin removal with us. Unfortunately, no, right?
No, I didn't. I found out that you had that service after I booked with the doctor. I went to Colombia.
You went to Colombia, so you get a surgery in Colombia. Well, patients can feel free to DM Gabby in case you want to get some information of the surgeon in Colombia that did the skin removal. I think they can help you.
Yeah.
Uh, you were taking collagen. Which collagen are you taking?
So right now I'm doing a powder. I cannot remember the name right now. It's like it has purple letters on it.
Yeah,
Yes. And
collagen.
also I did a lot of pills
Collagen
at the
pill.
beginning.
Okay.
And you can get those like at Walmart, Sam's. Yeah.
Yes. You
Over
know,
the counter, like those and
tell this to the patients. Collagen, at the end of the day, is go through a process in the stomach. In the stomach, is broke down into amino acids, and those amino acids, then your body use them to rebuild the collagen. But it has like the perfect combination between amino acids and others. So, but collagen, orally speaking, ain't no problem. Which is the good, the best, not the best. There are a lot of good brands of collagen that the patient can have, and this can be enough for you to get. But proteins themselves are the source of our collagen because our body, breaks all the proteins, gets the amino acids, and then our body use those amino acids to create the proteins that give us the shape we have and give us this kind of things. Okay, so
hmm
go up a little bit and let's see. So Angie is one of my patients that I did surgery about 8 or 9 years ago. She's a
wow.
patient. She did great. She says that you look beautiful
Thank you.
and that she wants skin removal. So every patient is free to come to the Splendid Plastic and Bariatric Surgery. We're going to be very happy to have you in Mexico, but you can get a lot of options. So it
Yes,
will be
you can
none of
get a lot of options. I will
it,
always recommend you gotta feel comfortable, pray about it, and you gotta feel comfortable with the doctor. You know, as I did with you when I went to you, that's how you should be
fantastic.
with the other doctors.
Okay, Gina Joe is coming for January 19. Some advice that you can give to Gina that is getting her surgery in January the 19th.
Oh my goodness, congratulations. Just be, excited. It's gonna change your life. That's the best decision that you can make. But try to follow the instructions that Dr. Francisco is gonna give you. That's gonna make the process a little, easier. Just to follow the instructions.
Okay, Nicole tells you that she's sorry about the loss that you have. with your baby.
Thank you.
It's really sorry. And
Thank
another
you.
patient is asking me, I did a sleep. A patient had a gastric sleeve and got a revision in 2019 in the past. I need to know the kind of revision. If the revision was a gastric bypass, might something might be possible. All right. Okay. 2 years post op after a gastric sleeve, best decision 52 was to 30. It's hard to
Sorry if
exercise.
I'm moving.
No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So let me see. So Nicole is recommending, of course, protein intake high, stay away from carbonation, take all the
Correct.
vitamins consistently,
Yes.
get a hold of all the food cravings prior to the surgery. Those are important. The cravings, because we always crave for bad food. We never crave for a salad. I'm craving for a salad. I'm craving for something. We crave for bad food because we have a food addiction. We are so addicted to sugars that
Perfect.
can mess any process up. So we got to be very careful on those cravings. So
Yes.
this area,
I think.
before her surgery, she was drinking 8 to 10 Dr. Peppers per day. So it
Wow.
so
Yeah, the diet, the liquid diet has helped me a lot as well. Like when I do bad, I try to do 1 or 2 days of liquid diet, and that helps me um on the to go back on track.
yeah, back on track, but very careful the amount of sugar those liquids have, because it can be very important. And it's a problem for several patients. The weakness are the sodas, but not the soda itself, because when you're addicted to a food, when you're addicted to a soda, for example, and you quit the sodas, then you get addicted to pasta, then you get addicted to bread, then you get addicted. At the
Correct.
end of the day, it's a different gun that you are using to shot yourself, but at the end of the day, they are still sugars, and that's what we're gonna be doing, trying to change this. All right.
Yes,
So
sir.
Nicole Brewer comments that says 80% diet, 80% working out. Many, a lot of people think it's the opposite, but it's not right. So
Mm,
the diet, and in my opinion, but that's my personal opinion, 80-20% is what most of the people say. I must say the food is even a higher percentage. Okay. uh,
okay.
so Dana is saying that a friend had surgery in Mayo Clinic and she got a surgery with me. A huge difference, service and care. What me was online. So they decided
Yeah.
Siva and Dr. C over Mayo Clinic.
Yes, that's to
top,
see.
top 5 hospitals in the world. Okay, thank you very much, Dana. Appreciate it. And better results. They get an American, so it's very expensive. $30,000 a gastric sleeve there.
Correct.
So the Desiree is saying that she's eating every 2 to 3 hours. This is normal. All right. So there is something I
Yeah.
want to say here about being hungry. You are hungry. Nothing bad is gonna happen to you if you wait. Nobody's gonna die from hunger. So you are hungry now and then you eat right away. So start learning how to deal with hunger for 20, 40, 50 minutes, 1 hour. Nothing bad is gonna happen to you. Breathe, understand, and your body will adapt to 3 or 4 hours. Hunger spells last for 30 to 40 minutes. After this, the hunger is going to go away for another 2 to 3 hours. So it's very careful. During these periods of time, you can start burning some fat that you have storage here and there. All right. So that is very, very important. Wait, be strong for those hunger spells. Go ahead,
Yes,
Gabby.
yes, I was gonna say something about that. If you are hungry, it's better that you eat. If not, you're gonna get gas. And that happened to me on Saturday. I waited, I had breakfast and I waited a long period of time to eat something, and I was having like sweat when I ate because you get filled with gas, and then
Yes.
when you eat, it's heavy on your stomach. So I would recommend you to try to eat between the 3 hours. Yeah, like
Yeah.
every 3 hours.
and produces cramps and stuff like that. So you got to be. I'm not telling you to wait for 6 hours or 8 hours. No,
No.
every 2 hours, go eat a little bit for 3 hours, for example. If you eat every 3 hours, it shouldn't be a problem. It shouldn't
Yeah,
be a problem for you.
it's
Okay,
better. No, it's
Diana.
just I don't want you to go through what I went through.
No, don't. Nobody's going to just
Yeah.
wait a little bit and control what you eat. So Diana, hello Diana, one of my former patients. I did a revision on her. She got the plastics with us.
Oh my
Maris,
God.
a patient. I think she's from New Zealand, all the way from New Zealand. Hello, Marcia.
Uh,
Jamie, we do skin removal at Splendid too. Dr. Mario Mora is the surgeon. Actually, Diana can give you her opinion. Uh, Reboot. Okay, what else? Robin is one of my former patients. I did a weight loss surgery on her. She got a couple of rounds of plastics. Thank you so much for your trust. So, and the last patient. So Brittany Jacqueline, she was 257 last November. Now she's 150.
oh
So
my
she's
God.
100 pounds. Congratulations, Brittany.
Congratulations.
Okay, so
Keep it up. Keep it up. It's the best decision that you can make
thank you very much.
with
So
Dr. C. Like you are a tool. You know, you are an angel sent from God. So
thank
yes,
you very much. I appreciate your trust. I appreciate that you trust in my work. Finally, I want to wish to you and to all the viewers, to all the patients, thank you so much for their trust. Thank you so much for their supports. Happy holidays. I hope you enjoy holidays with your loved ones, with your family. Holidays, every day can be a holiday. It doesn't have to be Christmas to enjoy with the family and with the people that you love. But these times are very important to be reflexive about what you want. Set your goals, make a decision where do you want to go and go for it. Anything that takes you away from that goal is not a good idea for you. You can do whatever you want to do, you can be whatever you want to be. There's no limits. And then the next step is to enjoy, because the idea to live this life is to enjoy your days, enjoy your meals. Nothing bad is gonna happen if you don't eat that cake. Nothing bad is gonna happen if you don't have that soda. Nothing bad. Willpower, meditation, good sleep, good physical activity is gonna give you a lot of health, so you can enjoy life. Whoever you want to enjoy it with, your family, yourself, boyfriend, husband. I don't know. It's up to you. Working all the time, at the end of the day, people dies. Life is gonna come to an end. Life is too short, so enjoy it. To all of you, my beautiful patients, to you, Gabby, for giving me your trust a couple of times. I am so happy of your results. I'm so impressed with your results. Go more disciplined, and you're gonna do fantastic. Okay.
thank you,
Any,
doctor.
any final thing
And,
you want to say to all the patients that watching
well,
us?
yeah, I just want to wish you, happy holidays and keep the let be God the center of your decisions, and He will guide you through it, and He will help you a lot. That's my recommendation for everyone. And Dr. C is the best, so don't think about it. Just do it. It's gonna change your life, and I hope you see him soon.
Thank you very much, Gabby. Thank you for your time. Thank you to all my beautiful
Thank
patients that
you.
make a decision to get connected and watch this. For the people that is watching this later, I hope you like it, you enjoy it. Drop all your comments. If you want to have a conversation with me like this about your case, you let me know. We're gonna keep doing this. Thank you very much. Happy holidays. Enjoy. And Gabby, thank you so much again for your trust, and thank you so much again for being able to talk to me. I know you're busy. I know this is the day you rest. Thank you so much for taking a few minutes
It's
from your
okay. Thank you, doctor. Happy holidays, everyone.
happy
Have a nice
holiday.
night.
Take
Bye,
care.
doctor.